Hello, welcome to episode 20 of Husband and Wife Talks. Today's episode will be pretty short, about 36-37 minutes, and we will be answering the rest of the reader or listener questions that we have, so stay tuned. It should be a funny one.
Hey, Marta.
What's up, Adam?
How's it going, my love?
It's good. It's a Saturday. Can't complain.
It is. It is Saturday, October 20th. We're doing a special episode for all the hot listeners out there because we're slightly late this week for our episode. We're just so kind.
We're so generous, selfless, humble.
Let's just keep patting ourselves on the back.
Okay, patting on the back.
Can hear that? That's us patting ourselves on the back. Just FYI. But October 20th. We're just going to continue with this whole national holiday thing because I realize there's national holidays on every single day. So every time I list the date, I'm now going to say the holiday or the holidays that are associated with that date. Last time we recorded, it was National Chocolate Cupcake Day, which was great.
We didn't have chocolate cupcakes though, so unfortunately.
And this day is not too exciting.
No, I don't know if these are even worth mentioning. I guess you should since you just said you will, but...
National Youth Confidence Day. That's always good. Got to give the youth some confidence.
Not too much, just a healthy amount of confidence, but not too much to try to overthrow everybody that's older than them.
Yeah, some teenagers have too much confidence.
Yeah,
they don't deserve
curb
it.
the confidence to a healthy amount. National healthy amount of youth confidence.
There we go. We changed the holiday. Next one, National Sweetest Day. I don't know what that exactly means. It's supposed to be the sweetest day. Are you supposed to go out and get candy or just be kind to somebody? What do you think it is? I think you're probably going to be leaning towards candy.
Always candy or sugar. That's my favorite.
Because it's sweet. And the last one, strangely enough, is National Branded Fruit Day. So if you go to Target or any other store, make sure to get some branded fruit because it's the national holiday. Not that you're going to get any sales.
Brandied.
Brandied?
Branddied.
Oh, I misread that. I thought I just went right over the I. I don't even know what brandied means. Oh, brandy. Like distilled wine.
National Brandied Fruit Day is fresh, sweet fruit that is soaked in brandy and sugar, which is then used as a topping on pies, cake, or ice cream.
I thought it was brandy.
So yeah, it's definitely not candy from Target. Close, but no. Sorry.
I mean, it's still like sweet wine, right? Basically.
No, it's fruit that's been soaked in brandy and sugar.
Alcohol.
So it's still brandied fruit, so fruit that has been soaked in brandy.
Have you ever had that before?
No, I'm just deducing from what Google says.
Neither have I, so I don't know what exactly that is. Is it better? Is it worse for you? I'm going to guess worse for you if you're just adding more sugar to something. It's probably not the best.
Also, National Sweetest Day encourages everyone to be generous even in the smallest ways.
Oh, look at that. So it was actually for being sweet and not candy.
Well, from its inception as Candy Day in 1916, this day reminds us that even small tokens improve the lives of those around us who are suffering or going without.
Oh, that's so sweet.
So remember to take care of each other and those who are in need.
Look at that. People are learning now on the podcast. Who would have thunk? Who would have thunk they would learn anything from this?
And tomorrow is National Pumpkin Cheesecake Day and National Reptile Awareness Day.
I'm not a fan of reptiles.
So, yeah, I'm pretty aware of reptiles.
Turtles I like. Other reptiles, not so much.
Wow, it's actually cool if you scroll through this website called nationaldaycalendar.com, and you can just scroll through every single day in the national holiday. Like, Friday is National Breadstick Day. That's cool. I hope that actual holidays, like, for example, December 25th is National Christmas Day or, like, Thanksgiving. Actually,
well,
Christmas
really national.
Is Alphabet Day or Noel Day.
Alphabet Day?
Alphabet. Apostrophe PHABT Day, Christmas, and National Pumpkin Pie Day. Who thought of these? This is very random. And we're definitely going against what you said about just doing the day of, because I just am feeling very curious about all these national days. So, for example,
so now if we record on Christmas, we can't do this. Can't do this
I don't think we're
segment.
gonna
You already messed up this segment
people
for the
aren't
future.
going to remember.
People aren't going to remember?
No.
Guarantee you there is somebody out there that will remember.
If we record on that day, which now we can't and we won't. But Black Friday is National Buy Nothing Day.
That's a little counterintuitive.
Or it's not national. It just says Buy Nothing Day. So I don't know if it's indeed national or not. National Flossing Day. Yeah, you better floss after.
Could you imagine somebody trying to celebrate that? They're just standing in the Black Friday line and walking through the store saying, "I'm buying nothing." And
that would
just
be
walk
really
out.
funny. Anyway,
Agreed.
that was very informative, I think. I learned what 2 of the 3 holidays that weren't obvious were.
Well, thank you for sharing with the folks and me.
You're
we
welcome.
all learned something new.
NationalDayCalendar.com has a lot of information. They sell calendars, t-shirts, and socks, too. So,
Apparently, we're trying to get their promotion as well. Sponsorship.
I don't know what we would be promoting because they don't have anything under calendar, t-shirts, and socks. Like, it says no results found. So I guess they're just sold out, unfortunately.
Well, that's awkward. I like your glass half full that they're sold out, or do they just don't have any products? But I'll lean towards sold out with you. Try to be optimistic. So this episode sort of is going to be finishing up the listener questions that we received to our email, hotpod@gmail.com. Don't be afraid. Send us emails. We'd be happy to have them and talk on the podcast about them.
Yes, we would.
Apparently, I'm a robot. So, starting off with continuing these questions. This one's a very extensive question. So, should we just break it up into parts? Is that how we're going to do it? We're going to start off with the first section and then continue? So,
I don't know. I kind of want to read the whole thing because it's pretty funny.
All right, I'll read. Do you want to read the whole thing or you want me to?
I like reading.
All right. You do like reading, so you can read, baby.
Okay. Number 1 from our listener, AK. We're keeping it totally anonymous by just giving initials. And I don't even know if that's the full initials or if there's more that we're missing in the full legal name. Anywho. Number 1. Is a hot dog a sandwich? What is a sandwich? Isn't a sandwich just 2 pieces of bread with meat in the middle? If that's the case, is a PB&J, peanut butter and jelly, less of a sandwich than a hot dog? Does the type of bread matter? What about a Subway sandwich? That bread is similar to a hot dog, but it's considered a sandwich. This is, honestly, first impression, blowing my mind. First thoughts there, host?
On what question?
Just all of it. Just thinking about a hot dog as a sandwich, and then if you have to have meat, peanut butter and jelly is not a sandwich. What category does peanut butter and jelly go into?
Why does it have to be meat? I mean, theoretically, when you say you're on, let's just start off with the definition of sandwich. Like, what is the definition of
Do
sandwich?
you know the definition of a sandwich?
Well, I don't want to just read off Google, but a lot of times it's just something, 2 things in between something else. It doesn't have to be a specific thing, like you're sandwiched on a train or you're sandwiched between 2 things or something sandwiched together. Like an Oreo could theoretically be a sandwich because it's the cream sandwich between 2 chocolate cookies.
I don't agree. An Oreo is not a sandwich in my opinion.
Why? Because does it have to be bread?
A sandwich is a food that usually has veggies, cheese, or
doesn't
meat
mean that is always
placed on or between slices of bread. Generally, any dish where 2 or more pieces of bread are a container or wrapper for another food. Oreos do not have any bread. Oreos are cookies.
Here's the actual definition from Merriam-Webster of when it comes to sandwich. The verb. To insert or enclose between 2 things or another quality or character. So things can...
We're talking about nouns.
Yeah, we're
He's
talking
saying,
about...
is a hot dog a sandwich, not is to hot dog someone the same as to sandwich someone, which that's not even English. So
I disagree. I think you could just have a sandwich. It doesn't have to be bread.
anything between anything is a sandwich. A taco is a sandwich because there's stuff in the middle.
Sure.
A salad's a sandwich.
Well, no.
Stuff.
Taco's not a sandwich because it's wrapped in one continuous piece of bread.
So if it's continuous, it's not a sandwich.
Yeah. If it's two different types of bread, different types of thing. Well, now that I think about
So if you put...
But you can have like... What do you call...
Is this a joke
do you call,
or a question?
In Insomnia Cookies, what do you call when you put a sandwich or a cookie, another cookie, and then ice cream in the middle? What do you call that?
That's called an ice cream sandwich, but
Thank
that's
you.
Not
It's a sandwich.
Not a normal sandwich. You're saying Oreo is a sandwich. An Oreo can be a cookie sandwich, but it's not just a sandwich because ice cream cookie sandwich.
Yeah, you just add an adjective to the front of
You
the
have
sandwich,
to.
and then it's a sandwich.
Well, then I agree. But if without the adjective, it's strictly a sandwich has to have bread or some sort of other. The noun is 2 or more slices of bread or a split roll
quick question.
having a filling or one slice of bread covered with food, which would mean PB&J is a sandwich.
Yes, I agree. PB&J
Also,
is a sandwich.
can I just say this real quick? The second definition of sandwich is something resembling a sandwich. That's what it says. How can you use the word?
There you go. An Oreo can be a sandwich because it resembles a sandwich.
That's very subjective.
Just because it looks like a sandwich, it's a sandwich. But to go back to a hot dog now, I guess I don't want to contradict myself when it comes to the continuous piece of bread or continuous taco shell or whatever.
But you think a hot dog is a sandwich.
Hot dog is not a sandwich because the bun is continuous. When you buy a bun, it's just one.
That's exactly what
piece of
Subway
bread.
sandwiches are. That's the question. Subway sandwiches are also a long bun that's only cut 3/4 of the way, so it's still continuous.
I can see where this gets tricky.
Yeah, hot dogs are sandwiches if Subway sandwiches are sandwiches, which they are because Subway calls them sandwiches.
So Subway is now the deemer of sandwiches.
I'm not going to go up against a big company and tell them their food is not what they think it is.
I don't know. It's a great question.
Well, here are my thoughts.
Because do you call is a hamburger a sandwich?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
2 pieces of bread.
But why don't you call it a sandwich then? If it's
because
a sandwich,
Americans have to have...
Why don't you call it a hot dog sandwich or a hamburger sandwich? You just call it a hamburger and you call it a hot dog.
Well, yeah, like for subs, you say it's a sub. You don't call it a sub sandwich. Or a Philly cheesesteak, you don't call it a Philly cheesesteak sandwich.
So now is there differentiation between a sub and a sandwich now?
That's
because
not
you can get a
the
club
user
sandwich.
question.
Yeah, but I'm trying to branch off and think about
I'm trying to answer the user's question so we can move on.
You just don't want to be on this question anymore.
It's just so divisive. I feel like these questions are dividing us. But they should be uniting us.
I think I'm more of just thinking out loud and trying to play devil's advocate at certain points.
For sandwiches.
Yeah, sandwiches. Because, like, is sub a different category of sandwich? Like, should we have different categories of sandwich? Like, it's basically like a flow chart of what, like, the ordering of magnitude of what is a sandwich versus what's
I think that's
underneath.
a complete waste of time.
Please. Damn.
Who's going to make this flowchart about sandwiches?
I'm sure someone out there.
Well, you have too much time on your hands if you're willing to do that. Just saying. Go find a hobby.
Okay. Where are we going to lie down with the hot dog as a sandwich?
Here's my opinion. A hot dog is a type of sandwich. It's not your traditional sandwich. PB&J is a sandwich because a sandwich it usually has veggies, meat, and cheese, but it doesn't have to. It can just be something on a piece of bread. Does the bread matter? No. What about a Subway sandwich? That's a sandwich. So yeah, if a Subway sandwich is a sandwich, a hot dog, in my opinion, is also one because the bread is the same. Although, hot dog, okay, here's my thing. Hot dogs are not made with meat. We don't know what's in that little wrapper that the hot dog is in. The little, not plastic, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know
the
what
little
you mean.
thin
The
film,
casing,
casing.
the pigskin casing or whatever.
So, in that sense, something that probably shouldn't be edible also should not be considered a sandwich because sandwich implies being edible.
And also, I'm not too much of a fan of hot dogs.
Yeah, so hot dogs are out. Never mind. I'm out on hot dogs.
As a sandwich, or you're just because you don't like them, you're like, get them out of this category.
What's in that casing.
So you're saying now you need to know, for sandwich purposes, you need to know what actually is the ingredient in the middle.
It needs to be food.
It needs to be something.
I'm not going to put a brick in between two pieces of bread and call that a sandwich.
Exactly.
So
The fact that you don't know what's in the hot dog sort of makes it ambiguous enough that you would count it as not a sandwich.
absolutely. Common hot dog ingredients. So if you're not interested in listening to what is actually in a hot dog, fast forward because I'm going to tell you. Meat trimmings and fat. Example given: mechanically separated meat, pink slime, and meat slurry. I don't even know what that is. And preservatives.
Pink slime? What the heck is that?
That's what it says.
Yummy. Ugh, I don't want to eat a hot dog ever again. I feel like I've had it like once, a few times, but I've never like completely satisfied with a hot dog.
I used to not like burgers. And whenever I went, usually it was like swim team potlucks or something where there's a bunch of kids and a team getting together, but I would always pick a hot dog over a hamburger. And then I
was the
realized,
complete opposite. I would always choose a hamburger.
well, now
over a
I'm
hot
like,
dog.
why would I ever eat that? A hamburger at least usually has some sort of meat, whereas a
cheese.
hot dog, ew. Okay, hot dogs are out. They are not sandwiches. Please move on.
Just because you don't like them.
Yep.
Marta has deemed, since she doesn't like them, they are out of the sandwich category.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I am not going to let paninis be in the same be in the same category as hot dogs. A panini is very sophisticated, warmed up.
There we go. That goes into the flow chart.
Panini's at the very top.
One of the sections underneath sandwich.
Okay,
It's
let's
like
move
hot,
on.
cold. Then cold goes to like subs and then other things. And hot is like a meatball sandwich, and then a panini. I think I fall in the same category that, not just because I don't like hot dogs, I just feel like when you eat a hot dog, a lot of times like the ballpark, most of the times the buns aren't completely enclosed like what you would see at a Subway sandwich. So a lot of times they leave it open because they put other stuff on it.
Yeah.
So the bun's not completely sandwiched between, or the hot dog, whatever it is not sandwiched between the buns. So in that case, I would not consider it a sandwich. And as you're right, hot dog does not deserve to be in the sandwich category. It deserves to be in the why in the heck are we ingesting this category?
Agreed.
Except for I should point out brats. I love brats. Like
Okay, but
sausages.
legitimate sausages are different.
Yeah, for sure.
Because sausages are made with, usually just ground up
Meats.
meat, and then they don't have as much of the other junk.
Chorizo.
Should we move on?
Yeah, we can move on
Okay.
to the next question. Are you going to read all the questions, or are we going to alternate?
We can alternate.
Okay. Well, I got the shortest one. Shortest question, I should specify. Is a burrito a sandwich? So continue with the sandwich category. Is a burrito a sandwich? From what I said previously, I would say no, because it's just one tortilla wrapped completely around.
That's a tough one because according to the Merriam-Webster dictionary...
Oh, we're pulling out the dictionary again, folks.
Oh, wait. I don't want the... never mind. Not the Merriam-Webster one. One that... Well...
Dictionary.com. Or one that conforms to what you're thinking.
Absolutely. Okay. Just on Google. Wikipedia, actually. Wikipedia says that a sandwich can be a dish where two or... Oh. Never mind. It does say that the bread serves as a container or wrapper, and a tortilla is also made of the same ingredients as a bread, kind of. So a tortilla is the container for the burrito. And we've had this conversation where you say a burrito and a burrito bowl are the same thing. It's just the container. Keyword, container. Sandwich, there you go.
Yeah, but sandwich is not a container. When you eat a sandwich, it's not like contained. It's pressed so tightly together that it's held together.
You're right. Okay. Burrito's not a sandwich. I was trying to argue it, but it's not worth it.
It's not worth it? You're not feeling it? You're not feeling connected to this
Nope. Okay.
this position?
Number 3.
Wow, that was a quick one after the first one. Woo! Marta's not playing around.
This is serious business. Number 3. Is a bowl of cereal a salad if you add milk as the dressing.
Now, I'm really confused where this question comes from. Like, I don't understand how cereal comes
No.
anywhere close to a salad.
Do you know what a salad is? Have you ever eaten a salad in your life, listener? Does the salad you eat have factory-made cereal in it? What are you even asking?
How is it a salad, though? Like, is it he's trying to make the conclusion that all these things together in a bowl, except for you eat salad in a plate? Point.
You can eat it in a bowl.
Well,
like at Panera or places like that, they'll put a salad in a bowl.
That's true. Never mind. Ignore that point.
It's absolutely not, because here's the definition. Or do we want Merriam-Webster to be more specific?
Sure,
Any
baby.
of various, usually cold dishes, such as A, raw greens, such as lettuce, often combined with other vegetables and toppings and served especially with a dressing. So there's no raw greens, there's no vegetables, and there's no toppings. So it loses
I
A.
completely agree. I think he was more or less thinking, like, if the cereal a lot of times is a combination of different things, where it's like Lucky Charms, it has the cereal, and then also marshmallow, where it's a combination of it, and then you're pouring the milk over it to, I don't know, add flavor to it, so to speak.
It's a ridiculous question.
Here's the one thing, like, when you eat salad, do you eat the dressing after you're done the salad? Like, is the dressing just sitting there pulled up?
But a lot of
and then
people
you
don't
just-
drink the milk.
Oh, I drink the milk all the time because it's so sugary and delicious.
I mean, I do and did, or I don't really eat cereal often, but I did when I used to eat cereal. And then the second 1B is small pieces of food, such as pasta, meat, fruit, or vegetables, usually mixed with a dressing, such as mayonnaise, or set in gelatin. So like pasta salad, all that, all those types of quote-unquote salads that are potato salad that use mayonnaise in it.
I would like to hear the listener's point of view of why it would be a salad.
Is he actually wondering, does he think that the cereal is a salad, or did he just find this random question online and decide to send it to us? Because all these questions are all related to food and super random and could be divisive. So I don't think that he sat around and thought of these himself. Maybe he did. I don't think so.
You don't have that much faith in this listener that he would.
I don't think he would spend the time to do it.
Dang. You're saying our listeners don't want to spend the time to send us questions? Wow.
No, I'm saying coming up with these questions is very... You have to sit around and think about something that's controversial in terms of food types and all of that. So
Would you put it past this person to think?
No,
sit around?
absolutely. AK could have done it. I believe in him or her, but I just don't think he did. But
Or her.
him or her.
He or
Absolutely. He or she. Okay, number 4.
Oh, rolling
Ew,
on.
I don't like this. This is weird.
Is lasagna a layered cake? The cheese on top can be the icing. It comes in layers. You bake it with flour and eggs. You put on some sprinkles of oregano. Is it a layered cake?
No.
Why not? I mean,
Cake is a dessert.
So you're saying that you can't have like a... Well, yeah. Because I think lasagna... The main thing about lasagna is actually like the pasta. It's a pasta that's called lasagna. It's not like a... I don't know, just like a lasagna dish. But I can see the point that you're making. Like if you're making it with ricotta cheese, it's very sweet if you just have that on there.
Okay, these questions are very technical about what makes a certain food
Were you not here for the last episode when we went into the sushi as a burrito thing? It was very technical.
No, well, yeah, I understand that. But I'm saying, like, obviously lasagna is not a cake. Are you saying, does lasagna have similar characteristics to a layered cake? Obviously, because cakes have, especially multi-layered cakes, will have the layer of the cake and then icing and sometimes fruit or nuts in the middle.
I remember that apple cake that you made. What was it, last year?
Last year over Thanksgiving, my mom
that thing
actually
was so-
asked me for the recipe recently.
It was so good.
It was apple. I'll pull it up since I do have it open on my phone. An apple pecan, or pecan, depending on how you say it, rustic naked cake. I think if you Google that, you might be able to find it. It was really good. And if you don't know, a naked cake is pretty much a cake that you can see all of the layers and the icing in the middle, so it doesn't have icing or fondant around the circumference and the outer edges of it, so it's called naked. I think it's a pretty new thing that people have been doing.
I think you probably.
But I want to make this cake now.
You like that more, specifically the naked cakes, just because you get tired of the icing, don't you?
I don't like a lot of icing, so especially for store-bought cakes, I usually don't eat the icing because it just tastes cheap and sugary. Mm-hmm. But also, I like it because fondant you're not really supposed to eat. It's more decorative when you have all that extra. You can eat it.
I've never been a fan.
It's literally straight sugar.
Yeah, it just doesn't have a great texture, in my opinion. I like icing more than fondant for sure.
And I think naked cakes have a sort of, since they're so bare, they have that sort of character. And you can see the imperfections, and if one of the layers is like too thin or a little crooked and you get icing on the side, that's part of what gives it character. And you're not wasting because decorating cakes is an art in itself, but you're not worried about all of that extra.
Yeah. However, do not take this message that we're saying and apply it to wearing clothes outside. You should wear clothes and not go outside naked. People are not going to see your imperfections as adding character to you, so please do not
being naked is not an imperfection. That's just, I'm pretty sure, illegal to walk around naked.
You'll go to jail
unless you're like under 2 maybe, and because sometimes I see babies at pools.
Should not let the baby run around naked.
That's true, but that's more acceptable than in adulthood.
That's for sure.
But yeah, I could see how lasagna could be considered similar as a layered cake in terms of having the different layers and flavors, but it's obviously not a cake.
Yeah, because cake you eat for dessert. Lasagna, I've never had a dessert lasagna. There could be one out there, and I could be completely wrong, as Marta is looking it up now, because say dessert and we're interested.
That's my problem. I would love to have a 6-pack, not of beer, of abs. A 6-pack of hard cider. I do like cider. But, you can't get the abs. They always say abs are made in the kitchen. And I don't have time to make abs in the kitchen.
Too busy making chocolate
when I'm making cookies or cake, I would try to make them abs with some of my cereal salad. This listener But the problem is, life is short, and if I'm not going to look perfect, I'm going to enjoy it with some delicious cake or dessert. And I'm getting so hungry, and I also just found a recipe for chocolate lasagna.
What?
And I
feel like we saw like chocolate when we went to the farmer's market. We saw the chocolate pasta before.
Oh, we did. Yeah. Okay, quick rundown just to give people an idea of what is in chocolate lasagna. Well, in one recipe, and this is from centercutcook.com, just to cite my source. In this recipe of chocolate lasagna, the chef or the recipe creator uses 1 package of Oreos, butter, cream cheese, sugar, milk. Sounds delicious right now. Cool Whip, chocolate instant pudding, cold milk. Why do they have separate cold milks? Maybe because you need this amount at some point and the rest later. And then mini chocolate chips. This sounds amazing. Mom, if you're listening, I'm going to eat my salad right before I make this. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be a cereal salad or one with actual vegetables, but we shall see. Also, thekitchen.com, minus the E, because I guess kitchen with an E was taken. But they have an article called 14 Delicious Dessert Lasagnas You Need to Know About. And these pictures look, honestly, amazing. I'm never making normal pasta. Oh, this one looks like tiramisu. There's a Butterfinger. Never mind. Wow. So this podcast has been totally derailed by me looking at dessert lasagnas and just talking through them all.
This is me and Marta. Marta and I going to the grocery store or Target, walking through any of the sweet sections. She just gets sidetracked and looks at everything that's possibly there.
This is life-changing. Anyway, so yeah, there are dessert lasagnas to answer that question.
Should we get focus? We gotta get back on the topic.
I know, I'm closing like 4 tabs that I was just searching through. Wow. Anyway, should we go to question number 5?
Sure. The final one of this special.
Honestly, this is the least interesting.
This one's gonna be rather rapid. You got this last question, baby.
What do you use to eat mac and cheese with? A fork or a spoon?
Fork, obviously.
I mean, it's not a soup. So, yeah.
But I think this mac and cheese, it's obviously a fork because you can't really get the noodles any other way. You can't get the macaroni up any other way besides a fork. However, I can see maybe he's trying to interpolate it from pasta in general because a lot of people eat pasta with a spoon.
But don't they use the spoon to wrap the
That's
noodles
true.
around?
It's like a fork-spoon combination. I normally just use just a straight fork and just wrap it.
Yeah. You're not a true Italian, unfortunately.
So, yeah, I don't know. I've never really ate mac and cheese with a spoon before. I guess maybe if someone eats, like, Easy Mac and it's, like, more difficult to pick it up with an individual fork, that they would use a spoon for it.
I think at some point in my life, I've probably eaten macaroni and cheese with a spoon if I didn't have a fork, because it's something where you can eat it with a spoon. It's not like salad where you need to actually poke at the individual pieces, because cereal is not a salad.
But
just
more
to clarify.
Preferred to eat it with a fork.
Yeah. I don't really even see
most pastas you eat with forks.
I don't even see the room for debate here. Like, what would I even be debating? That there's one correct way? I mean, you can eat whatever you want, however you want. The only thing I'm saying is you can't eat cereal with a fork because you're going to miss all the milk. Unless you don't want milk, in which case just eat it with your hands. You know?
Agreed.
Yeah, this has been...
That last one was less decisive or divisive than the first.
Agreed. Makes me hungry, though, just thinking about food, since it is getting to be dinner time, and like a classic day, I'm just not sure what I want. That's something I miss about being a kid. Like, even if your parent made something for dinner that you didn't want, at least you didn't have to cook it. Kids are so snobby. They're like, I don't want this. Okay, then you cook something. Oh, I don't know how to cook. Okay, well, you eat this or you starve. Now, it's like, I cook something or I starve. So...
yeah, that's normally how it goes.
It's unfortunate.
Maybe some people still get their parents to cook for them.
Well, that's hard when your parents are so far away.
Yeah, that's
Can't
true.
Can't cook for you.
Next thing we know, we'll get 3 different packages of shipped food to our place to freeze. I remember when I first moved to Virginia Beach. I think that's what my mom brought. I think like lasagna for me to put into the freezer.
Didn't she cook it while you were at work?
Yeah,
And then she just left it
like
for
that.
you?
Yeah.
That's funny.
It lasted a good, I want to say, a few weeks. The amount of baked ziti.
I do like baked ziti.
It's good. Except for pasta, just so many carbs that after a while it's not that great for you.
You don't sound like a very good Italian right now.
Yeah, I know. But I'm trying to get in healthier shape. And pasta goes against that.
So does dessert lasagna.
And so does chocolate-covered pretzels. Meaning, which I've been meaning to say for the special one, Marta specifically recorded one of her, she finally recorded her making apple cider. Recorded on video, not audio, because that'd be really strange to listen to.
All the noises.
All the rest, the recipe, just audio version. But recorded video. We're going to eventually edit it together. I don't want to put too much pressure on her to put it together right away, even though I asked her about 5 times today if she was going to edit it tonight sometime. So be on the lookout for that. We'll probably shout it out on Facebook and Twitter with our YouTube channel and the clip from it, or just the whole video itself. I think it's going to turn out great. Martha did a great job.
Did you say Martha?
No, I said Martha.
Oh. I was like, Martha.
I'm not going to call you Martha, babe. I've been
good.
scolded way too many times just calling you Marta.
Ugh.
When I was first started
never
dating
say that
you.
again. It sounds horrible.
Marta.
Ugh.
Marta. But yeah, she did a great job. I was her little cameraman behind the scenes, making sure the shot looked good. So if the shot looks bad, you can blame it on me, not on her. But I think it turned out pretty great. You have any thoughts, my love?
I haven't looked back at the footage, but it was fun to record.
Yeah. It's always fun to do different things and break out your comfort zone. Because I know you're a little worried about the beginning part of showing yourself. But you look beautiful as always, so that shouldn't be a surprise. So I think it's going to turn out great.
I mean, it was a recipe video, so it wasn't really about my face.
So you just see, most of the time, you just see Marta's hands.
Yeah, so if
Doing
you
the
like
work.
my hands, you should watch this video. Or if you like cooking.
I feel like that's a great way to end it. So remember, y'all, thank you all for listening. This has been episode 20 of Husband and Wife Talks. We appreciate all you listeners so much. If you're on iTunes right now, please scroll down on the library feed of us. Like, click on our picture of Husband and Wife Talks. You can scroll down and give us 5 stars. It'll be helping out us so much. Going into robot mode again, apparently. But also share our podcast with your friends and family. You can find us. You can tell them. You can find us anywhere. Overcast, Stitcher, Google Play, all those places. Spotify. We're just everywhere. And it's exciting. So please keep listening to us. We appreciate you every time you come here and listen to us. Right, babe?
Well, you're not really coming anywhere. You're probably just wherever you usually are. But
I'm trying to bring them into the scene here, babe.
We're all one big community. Thanks for listening.
Bye, y'all.